welcome to our speakers, standout stars on the Week of Kindness. And tonight we are interviewing Speaker Elizabeth Duncan-Hawker. How are you tonight, Elizabeth?
Hey, everybody. Awesome. Thanks, Blanca.
So honored to have you. And tell us, what is your speech going to be about at the conference?
Oh, it's a perfect fit for this whole Week of Kindness Summit. So my talk is going to be on connecting and communicating like a superhero. And the reason why I named it that is because there's too many times that we're showing up and we're meeting people and we don't realize that when we do it correctly, it's actually like superhero skills. But yet when we do it wrong, it drives people away. And I actually wore my kryptonite for everybody tonight.
Oh, I need some kryptonite.
Yeah. So sometimes, when people drain us and we walk away thinking they're an emerald, but instead they're more like kryptonite to us. That's because we're either not connecting with the right people or we're not doing a good enough job. So the book I wrote called Collecting True Friends, it's right there.
Amazing.
The subtitle is Be a Magnet to Those Worthy of Your Time and Devotion. And that's what we're going to talk about. And I'm super excited. Tony and I are going to have a dynamic interview. Whenever we get together, it's going to be plothered with all sorts of tips and tricks and ways to show up and communicate and draw people to you like a magnet. But here's the key, Blanca, it's you want to draw the right people to you.
Wow, that is so powerful. So what are some of the key tips? Maybe just give us a couple sneak peeks on how to attract people through communication like a superhero.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, one thing is like recently with body language, and since we're getting back out in person and we're being live again, and we're not just like we are right now on the little Zoom box, right? There's all of our body movement. We need to start being aware of how we're standing and our physical presence. So for example, when we stand open, meaning that we physically pull our shoulders back, we open up our arms, we open ourselves up like this. What this is communicating to people, not only is it helping us, but it's communicating to people like, hey, it's kind of like when a business rolls up the open sign. So we're saying, hey, I'm willing to talk to you. I'm interested in you. Come talk to me. On the reverse side, though, is when you're doing this and you're clutching your throat, you're showing insecurities, you're clutching and hiding. What we're telling people is, and particularly now during post-COVID times, is we're saying, I'm not comfortable, don't get near me. So if you want to be the person that's going to draw people to you and get to know them and start that conversation, make sure that you're checking yourself. The other thing I tell everybody, and you're going to laugh, but I tell them, fix your face. Oh my gosh. Like, you can be so busy concentrating because you're thinking, is my teenager going to wreck the car tonight, or whatever's on your mind, right?
There you go.
We realize that we're showing up and people are thinking, oh, they don't want to see me. Did you see their face? So fix your face, open your body language up, take a deep breath, give people space and grace right now, and realize it's not easy for them coming back out either. So post-pandemic, let's be kind to one another and act like you're genuinely glad to see people. It's not easy for us right now.
That's right. It's all about the energy. It's about the facial expression, the body language, the communication. And a lot of that comes from confidence and practice. So participating in summits like the Week of Kindness and Gratitude is a place where you can get a promotional live interview, which is we're doing that series now. You can also speak or be interviewed in the summit. And there are still sponsorships available in the summit. A lot of people have been DMing me. Also, you got some love from one of your friends that said Elizabeth is so awesome. And we've got some great people watching right now. So we know that you're going to be talking and teaching us about how to communicate like a superhero, how to attract better people. And everyone can choose Elizabeth's speech and book her speech at theweekofkindness.com. So remember, we're also having a little bit of a friendly competition. So please register at weekofkindness.com. It's a free event. Then scroll down and pick Elizabeth Duncan-Hawker as a scheduled speaker. And Elizabeth, if someone does choose your talk, what type of freebie are you giving away?
Yeah, they definitely want to come in. So I know I'm speaking, but I'm going to tell you two things. It's not going to be boring. You're going to have a good time. You're going to learn some stuff, and you're going to feel energized when you get out of there. And because if you come into my talk and select me, please, thank you. Then also there's going to be a summit that's going to be available to you. So it's a big prize ticket that I
What?
generously making available to all of the people that come in there. And it's my gift to you. So when Tony asked us to do something and just give a gift, I'm not doing an upsell. It's here for you. So the information is going to be in my speaker bio, and you can come into that. And that's going to give you 3 different sessions coming in and actually learning a deeper dive. So we'll be going through Collecting True Friends as a book, and then we're also going to be talking about how to build your business allies. So all of those are superpower skills, superhero. And like I said, and we're going to figure out who's emerald and who's kryptonite.
I love it. And everyone can visit, scan Elizabeth's QR code that's on the screen right now. That'll lead right to her link tree. And this one,
That's
I'm
right.
not very good at this. This one, that link tree in the upper right-hand corner of your screen, that'll take you right to Elizabeth's link tree. You can learn about all her links, follow her on all her social media channels. It's in Elizabeth's box. It's at the top of the screen. And support by going to weekofkindness.com. This is a free event. Or you can upgrade. There's an upgrade available, which gives you all the recordings for a period of 1 year. And there are over 80 speakers in this summit. I mean, it's one of the biggest summits I've ever produced. And there are also $45,000 in free gifts. The founder of the summit is Toni Kaufman. She's an award-winning television producer. She produced the Latin Grammys and the Texas Music Awards. She was also a casting director for American Idol, Objetivo Famad, and Belleza, Latinas America's Top Model. So we want to thank you, Toni, for putting this together. It's been a massive undertaking. So how it works, guys, is you register. You go to weekofkindness.com and you select all the speakers, and you can select all of them for free. And then they will remind you on your calendar when the talk is. The talks will be happening the week of Father's Day from June 19th to June 25th. And it's a great way for you to educate yourself on so many different niches. So what niche do you see yourself in, Elizabeth?
Oh, definitely. Relationship building, communications, and it all ties back into business. So this is the tricky part though, Blanca. Some people think that, like, so with the book Collecting True Friends, they're thinking, well, that's about social stuff and that's about, just connecting with people. But let me tell you, if you're not likable, you're not going to do well in business. So it is super important to have what we used to call soft skills. Remember when they said they're soft skills? But let me tell you, right now, you've got to have your soft skills along with your hard technical skills. And if you don't have soft skills, then you definitely need to come into the speech. And then you also, like I said, you'll get access to the summit that I'm going to be offering people, because that's where the success comes. It's going to hold you back from promotions, being on teams, and then also making friends. And as we get older, we all want to have great friends in our lives. So absolutely, that's my niche: relationship building, business and communications. And it ties into growth. Could be sales growth, could be personal growth.
I love that. And what is the value of the summit that you're gifting? What is the value of that?
It's $197 ticket. So
Wow.
absolutely. So come on in and grab your free ticket.
That's an amazing free gift. That really is.
Thank you. And I'm doing it because I love people. I see the change that's happening from doing these workshops together and the sessions, and you should hear the discussions. And right now, coming off of post-COVID, we need better communication skills. And a lot of times people don't even realize it. Like I had one woman tell me the other day, she said, after reading your book and being in your class, Elizabeth, I didn't realize I was alienating people. So when you hear somebody have that level of awareness, it really wants us to give more space and grace to everybody, because then we realize, you know what? They're not doing it on purpose. They're doing it because they never were trained. And you didn't have a friendship professor. You didn't have a relationship building teacher in high school. We didn't have that. So guess what? It's not too late to learn that. That story, by the way, was from an 81-year-old. So I've helped people from 16 years old all the way up to 81 right now. And so come on in.
Oh, wow. That's such a good point. These are all skills that we never learned in school. We never learned in school how to communicate, how to respond, how to deal with criticism, how to conduct ourselves. I mean, these are basically fundamental skills on how to connect and communicate like a superhero. And what is your number one law of kindness and gratitude?
Oh, definitely to be appreciative for the people in your life and to tell them that. Do not ever assume that anybody knows their value. So even if they do something small for you, like they pick you up from the airport, or they put your trash can out for you, or they're giving you a recommendation, or they gave you a referral, it could be something in business or it can be something personal. But make sure that you take a moment and you pause and say, I know you probably didn't think that was a big deal what you did for me, but let me tell you, it meant so much to me. And I really appreciate that. Kindness tied to gratitude, but then with the intent to make it clear that you are grateful. And the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people these days pick up the phone and go, hey, thanks, emoji. Okay, we want to be better than that. Much better.
I love your energy. All right, so I got to ask you another question,
Uh-oh.
and then we'll wrap. What's your number one law of communicating like a superhero?
Number one law?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I would say probably understanding that it's our words. There's a law of attraction, and I've actually been training with Michael Lozier. Absolutely adore him. He wrote Law of Attraction, and it's really important because if you want the right people in your life and you want to have certain people that are working with you in business, you have to fix your language. So instead of going around talking about what you don't want, and you don't want people like that and don't want people that behave like that, we need to be really clear. So for example, years ago, I put an intention out there and I said, meaningful work with nice people. And people kept challenging me and saying, Elizabeth, that doesn't make sense. What kind of job? What's the title of it? I'm like, I don't know, but it's going to be meaningful work with nice people. And guess what happened? Every promotion I got after that, before I became an entrepreneur, I had beautiful, beautiful work with nice people. It was very meaningful. So make sure you're declaring what you want. Your words have power. So choose them carefully, Blanca. Choose them carefully when you're saying words to people, because we are fragile, especially right now. So be kind to one another. Give space and grace with your words.
I truly couldn't agree more. I have a little rule called the fictitious island rule, where you have to pretend you're on an island, and if
Yeah.
you offend anybody on that island, you'll be thrown into the sea of sharks.
Oh my goodness.
In other words, tread lightly. Talk to people and think about, before you utter the statement, could this potentially offend them? And keep things neutral. Don't make jokes at other people's expense. You've got to be conservative in your delivery while maintaining your own identity. So I think I'm really excited to watch your speech.
Oh, thank you.
I think you're absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank you. Likewise. Well, and the other tip I'd add on there too, Blanca, back to when, watch your words. If we do mess up, it's really important to apologize. That would be my second law. Is if you messed up, or some people call it screwing up, just circle back to the person and say, you know what, I think I may have something out of, I thought it was funny and I was very inappropriate. I'm sorry. Did I hurt your feelings? Now you're going to find out one or two things. They're either going to say, about what? Which I've had that happen. Oh my gosh, I got so upset many times, like a whole weekend, and I was like, oh, I can't believe I can't, and then I've got to talk to the person, and I didn't offend them. So if we think we've offended, reach out. But you know what? Sometimes, and then they'll go, well, yeah, I wasn't ready for that. I didn't think that was funny then. And then that's when we need to say, I am so sorry. Please accept my apology. I would never mean to purposely hurt you. And then you would be surprised how that's going to root a relationship. But if you're the person who thinks you did something and then you find out you didn't, then what are you going to learn? Don't say it because you thought it didn't feel right. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly 100% right. I mean, so many laws. Everyone, again, be sure to follow Elizabeth and make sure that you select Elizabeth's talk. She's an amazing speaker. Elizabeth Duncan-Hawker, thanks for being featured tonight as one of our incredible speakers. Can't wait to see your piece on communicating like a superhero. Everybody follow Elizabeth, share this live stream, get people excited on the audience engagement page, and have a great night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.